Okay, students. Now let us look into this topic on straight lines. We'll quickly check the synopsis. Whatever you have filled the answers as, let's verify them, and then we'll move on to the questions. Okay. So what is distance between two lines? Distance between 2 points, x1, y1, x2, y2, square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Section formula, if a point B divides the line joining 2 points in the ratio ms to n internally, then what is going to be the coordinates? mx2 plus nx1 divided by m plus n. And what about for y? It is going to be my2 plus ny1 divided by m plus n. If the division is external, right, that means the point P which is dividing the line joining Q and R is outside, the point is outside, then what is going to be the coordinates? mx2 minus nx1 divided by m minus 1. Similarly for y as well. Midpoint of PQ. How to find midpoint of PQ? M and N is what? What is M is to N? 1 is to 1. 1 is to 1. Then what will be the answer? x1 plus x2 by 2, y1 plus y2 by 2. Area of a triangle. If I'm given 3 vertices, right? x1, y1, x2, y2, and x3, y3. Then the area of the triangle is given by what? Half x1 into y2 minus y3 plus x2 into y3 minus y1 plus x3 into y1 minus y2. Okay, slope of a straight line. Slope, another name for slope is what? Gradient of a straight line is denoted by m. And what is that m equal to? Tan theta. What is theta? What is theta, ma? Angle made by the line with positive x-axis. Second point, slope of the line joining the 2 points x1, y1 and x2, y2 will be change in y by change in x. y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1, and x1 is not equal to x to y. Then denominator will become 0. Slope will be infinity, right? But that is also possible, isn't it? Can slope be infinity? Yes. That means that's possible when theta is equal to what? 90 degrees. Excellent. Give a good round of applause. Because tan 90 is what? Infinity. Next. Equation of a straight line in various forms. This is also something which we had discussed elaborately in last session. What is the equation of a straight line in general form, students? ax plus by plus c equal to 0. If I give you this equation, from this you can derive or you can infer 3 things. What are they? You can find out what is the slope. You can find out the x-intercept. You can find the y-intercept. What is the slope going to be? Minus a by b. What is a? Coefficient of x. What is b? Coefficient of y. So it was going to be minus a by b. What is the intercept on the x-axis? Come on, tell me. We have seen in this last class. Minus c by a. C is the constant, a is the coefficient of x. What is the intercept on y-axis? Minus c by b. What do you mean by Roshni? What do you mean by intercept on x-axis? No. If I have a line, what do I mean by x-intercept? Yes, the distance between the origin and the point where the line meets the x-axis. Yes, Ranika. What is y-intercept? This is between the origin and the point where the line meets the y-axis. Excellent, excellent, very good. We'll move on. Okay, equation of a line parallel to x-axis. Yes. So what is going to be the equation of the line parallel to x-axis? Y is equal to constant. Very good. What is the equation of x-axis? What is the equation of x-axis? Y is equal to 0. Very good. What is the equation of x-axis? Y is equal to 0. What is the equation of y-axis? X equal to 0. What is the equation of a line which is parallel to x-axis? A line parallel to x-axis, y is equal to constant. A line parallel to y-axis, what is its equation? X is equal to constant. What is the intercept form of a straight line? X by a plus y by b is equal to 1, where a and b are what? X and y intercepts. How will they look like? Look in the diagram. Let's do that. Let me share with you how it looks on the graph. One second. Okay, slope intercept form. So where m is the slope and c is the y-intercept, then what is the equation of such a line? Y is equal to mx plus c. When this, what is m? Slope of the line, which is m is equal to tan theta. And what will be the equation of the line which passes through the origin? Y is equal to mx, because the constant is 0. Let's move on. Next, we go to something called point slope form. So we have a point through which the line passes, and we have the slope m. So what is the equation of the line going to be? Y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. Yes. Let's move on. 2-point form. The equation of a straight line passing through 2 points x1, y1 and x2, y2 is given by what? Y minus y1 by y2 minus y1 will be equal to what? X minus x1 by x2 minus x1. Okay. Now this is a normal form. So let me just explain the 2-point form and the normal form for you. Please write it down first. The rest of it we have discussed in the previous class. Okay, students. Now if you see, so this is your x-axis and y-axis. Now, okay, students. Now we will look at 2 points form, right? So let us say I have a straight line which is passing through 2 points. All right. Now we already know 1-point form. What is 1-point form? Equation of a straight line passing through 1 point. What is the equation of straight line passing through 1 point? Y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1, right? Now, what is your slope? How do you find slope, students? Change in y by change in x. So here, can you tell me what is change in y? What is change in y? y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x2. Substitute here. So you have y minus y1 is equal to m. M is y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1 into whatever is remaining, which is x minus x1. Now, bring this y2 minus y1 down. So you get y minus y1 by y2 minus y1 is equal to x minus x1 by x2 minus x1. So this is going to be your equation of a straight line in 2-point form. All right. I hope you have taken this down. Yes. Now let's move on and figure out what is normal form. Anybody has already written normal form down? What is the formula? Yes, Hussein? No, normal form. Next one. No? We'll discuss that. Yes, Jerome, you remember? X cos alpha. X cos alpha is equal to P. What is P? No. Okay, good remembering. Good for remembering the equation. But now we'll see how it is. So this is what we call as 2-point form. Now let's look at what do we call as normal form. Okay, these are my axes. Now, let me draw a straight line. Okay, let me draw a straight line. This is my straight line. You know intercept form, right? Let's say the straight line meets the x-axis at A and y-axis at B. Okay. Let's say this distance is A and this distance is B. Then can you tell me what is the equation of this line? It is the equation of the straight line in intercept form. What is it? X by A plus y by B equal to 1. Okay, I don't know this. Then you can derive it. How do you derive it? Anybody can tell me what is this point A? Capital A. Louder. What is the distance? What is the x value? A. Therefore, what is it? A comma 0. Excellent. Very good. What is the point B? Can you tell me what is the point B? Sorry, louder. 0 comma B, right? Not B comma 0. It is which axis are we talking about? Y-axis, what is 0? X is 0. First coordinate is 0. Therefore, the point will be what? 0 comma B. So can you tell me what will be the equation of 2 points now? Come on, tell me the formula for 2-point form. Let us take this as x1, y1. And let's take this as x2, y2. Now tell me, students, what will be the equation? Come on, y minus y1. What is y1? What is y1? y2 minus y1. What is y2? Is equal to x minus x1. What is x1? by x2 minus x1. What is it? A minus b. So this is y minus b divided by minus b is equal to x by a. Now cross multiply. What do you get? Ay minus ab is equal to minus bx. Correct? I shifted a here. I shifted b here. So it is ay. Come on, follow. Tell me. Yes, Aditya. And I multiply a. What do you get? Minus b into x. I think that is not getting displayed, right? 1 minute. Here. Okay, now I will bring that minus bx this side. I'll take minus ab that side. So ay plus bx is equal to ab. Now divide throughout by ab. What do you get? So what do you get now? What all get cancelled? Come on. A and A cancels in the first one, so you get y by b. The next one, b and b cancel, you get x by a. Right side, what do you get? AB and AB cancels, you get. So what is your equation? X by a plus y by b is equal to 1. Clear? So this is called what? Intercept form. Intercept form. This is the intercept form of equation. Now from this, we'll go to normal form. Normal form. Okay, students. Now, let's say a straight line meets x-axis at A and y-axis at B, making x-intercept A and y-intercept B. Then what is this equation going to be? X by A, yes, plus y by B is equal to 1, correct? We'll take it as the starting point, okay. Now what we are going to do is we are going to draw a normal. Normal means what? A line perpendicular to this line from the origin. From the origin, I am drawing a straight line which is perpendicular to the given line. And the length of that line segment, right, from the point O till the point, let's say M, this distance is P. What is this distance? P. P is called as the perpendicular distance. And let's say this line makes an angle alpha with x-axis. Let's say this line makes an angle alpha with x-axis, right? Then how do you write the normal form? Let's write it now. First of all, tell me, students, in triangle OMA, tell me what is cos alpha? Can you tell me what is cos alpha? Adjacent by hypotenuse. What is adjacent? Adjacent. O. Come on, where is it right angle? Which is the hypotenuse? Tell me. OM by OA is correct. Very good. So cos alpha is equal to OM by OA. And what is OM? What is OM? P. What is OA? A. Correct. So cos alpha is equal to P by A. So what is A? Just cross multiply. What is A? What is A? E by cos alpha. Listening? Okay. Now get up. In triangle OMB, can you tell me what is this angle? What is this angle? The angle. Is it alpha? G1? No, I don't want. I will come to that later. What is that angle which I marked in pink? 90 minus alpha. Give a good round of applause. Sit down. Because the total angle is what? 90, out of which alpha is that angle. So the angle which I've drawn with the pink color is what? 90 minus alpha. So now tell me G1. This is 90 minus alpha. What is this angle? What is angle B? Alpha. Very good. Give a good round of applause. Because sum of angles must be what? 180, correct? A lot of applications in physics we have done that, right? Simple geometry. So if angle OAM is alpha, then angle MOB will be 90 minus alpha. If this is 90 minus alpha, because one of the angles is 90, this angle has to be what? Angle B must be what? Alpha. Now, in triangle OMB, tell me what is sine alpha? What is the definition of sine theta or sine alpha? Opposite by hypotenuse. Now, look at the triangle OMB. In that, tell me what is sine alpha? What is opposite for that angle? OM by OB. Very good. OB, right? Very good. Very good. So sine alpha in triangle OMB sine alpha will be equal to OM by OB. So sine alpha is equal to OM. What is OM, students? B. What is OB? B. So what will be B? Interchange these two. So what is B going to be equal to? B by sine alpha. You got A, you got B. Plug that into this equation. You will get the normal form. So what is A we are getting? E by cos alpha. What is B? E by sine alpha. So we know the equation of the straight line. What is the equation of the straight line? Yes, Gyal. What is the equation of the straight line in intercept form? Listen. Physics. What is the equation of the straight line in intercept form? X by A plus Y by B is equal to, but what is A? And what is B? Let's substitute. Tell me what we will get. So X divided by, what is A? P by cos alpha plus Y divided by, what is B? 3 by sine alpha is equal to 1. This cos alpha goes to the numerator. So it is x cos alpha by p plus y sine alpha by p is equal to 1. So now take the p to the other side. So what will you get? X cos alpha plus y sine alpha will be equal to, that is your normal form. Okay, that concludes all the equations of straight lines. Please take it down. If you have any doubts, please feel free to ask. All right, now let's get into angle between two lines. Let's say we have two lines. Let's say this line makes an angle with x-axis. Let's say we have another line. Which makes an angle beta with positive x-axis. Now, can you tell me what is the angle between the two lines? One line makes an angle alpha, another line makes an angle beta. What will be the angle between the two lines? Very simple, guys. What is the angle between the two lines? One makes an angle 30 degrees with x-axis, another makes an angle 70 degrees with x-axis. What is the angle between them? Louder. Yes. Beta minus alpha, correct or not? Higher angle minus the lesser angle, correct or not? That's all. That's what we want to find, right? So just for convention, we will take the smaller angle to be beta. And the larger angle to be alpha. So the angle between the two lines is nothing but what? Alpha minus beta, right? But I would not be given an alpha or I would not be given beta, correct? So how would we find it out? We will use, but we will be given slopes, right? If two lines are given, I can find the slopes, correct or not? From the slopes, I will be able to find out this angle alpha minus beta using one of the identities which we have learned in trigonometry. What is identity, students? Come on, tell me, what is identity? What is tan of alpha minus beta? What is tan of x minus y? Tan x minus tan y divided by 1 plus tan x tan y. So what is tan of alpha minus beta? Tan alpha minus tan beta divided by 1 plus tan alpha into tan beta, correct? Okay, now tell me one thing. For this line, for the first line which is there, is represented by the blue line. What does tan beta represent? For the line, blue line, what angle it makes with x-axis? Beta. What does tan beta represent for that line? Slope, exactly, right? So let me call it as M1. Let the slope of this line be M1 and alpha. For the line which makes an angle alpha, I'm sorry, this beta line. Let me call this M2. Okay, for the line which is marked in red, the angle it makes with x-axis is alpha. So what does tan alpha represent? Its slope, right? So let me call it as M1. Therefore, tan of alpha minus beta will be equal to nothing but M1 minus M2 divided by what? 1 plus M1, M2. Or in other words, alpha minus beta can be written as tan inverse is as you please. Yeah. Already. So alpha minus beta refers to what? Tan inverse of M1 minus M2 by 1 plus M1, M2. And usually we want to present a positive angle, which means alpha may be greater than beta, then alpha minus beta is okay. If beta is greater than alpha, then what you should find? Not alpha minus beta. You should find what? Beta minus alpha. If it's beta is greater than alpha. In that case, it will be M2 minus M1, not M1 minus M2. So in general, what we do is we take modulus. What do we do? Whenever I want to find the angle between two, what do? I take modulus. So this gives you the angle between two straight lines. As a corollary, we can define two things. All right. First, when two lines are parallel. When you say two lines are parallel, slopes are equal. Or in other words, what should be the angle between them? If two lines are parallel, what is the angle between them? 0, right? So alpha must be equal to beta, isn't it? So it will be 0. What is tan 0? 0. So if you substitute 0 in that equation for alpha minus beta, you will get tan 0, which is 0, which means M1 minus M2 will be equal to 0. So M1 must be equal to what? M2. So if two lines are parallel, that means they make the same angle with x-axis. Therefore, their slopes will be equal. Next, if two lines are perpendicular, come on students, tell me, if two lines are perpendicular, then what do you think the angle should be between them? Alpha minus beta must be 90 degrees. Very good. So tan 90, what is tan 90? Not defined, or you can say infinity. Let me write it for you. When they are perpendicular, alpha minus beta is 90 or pi by 2, which means we get tan pi by 2, and tan pi by 2 is infinity. I can write it as 1 by 0 at this point. And that will be equal to M1 minus M2 by 1 plus M1 M2. If I cross multiply, I will get 1 plus M1 M2 equal to 0. Correct? 1 plus M1 M2 is equal to 0. If 1 plus M1 M2 is 0, then if I keep M1 M2 on one side, then this 1 2 will go to the other side as what? Minus 1. Then therefore, if two lines are perpendicular to each other, then M1 M2 is equal to minus 1. Very, very important results. Please take it down. Okay, students. Now, let us see how you can use this to get your results faster in your competitive exams. All right. So, if I give you the equation of a straight line, let's say the general equation of the straight line is ax plus by plus c equal to 0. Then the equation of a line which will be parallel to this line, how will it be looking like? Equation of a line which is parallel to this line. A line parallel to the first one will be of the form ax plus by. It will have the same coefficient as that previous equation, same coefficient of y, but only it will differ by what? Constant. What will be the only thing which will differ? Constant. Now, in the previous session, I have told you, how will you find the slope of the first line? If I give you ax plus by plus c equal to 0, what is the slope? Minus a by b, x coefficient by y coefficient. So minus a by b. Give a good round of applause. So what is the slope of the second line which I have written here? Can you tell me? Minus a by b, correct? Same slope. So parallel lines should have what? Parallel lines have the same slope. Understood? They are only different in what? They are only different in constant. Very good. Next. A line line perpendicular to one. Okay. This is very, very interesting and this is very, very important. A tool for you to do the answers quickly. Okay. So if I give you the equation of one line, ax plus by plus c equal to 0, how will be the equation of the perpendicular line? Can anybody tell me? Okay, let me write it for you. Bx minus ay plus k equal to 0. K dash, some other constant. Bx minus ay plus k dash is equal to 0. You can understand this very easily. Come on. Yes, Ranika? Tell me the slope of the first line. Equation 1. What is the slope of the first line? Sorry? Yeah, slope of the straight line. Tell me the slope of that straight line represented by equation 1. Okay, listen carefully. Roshni, give me. That's fine. So tell me the slope alone. That's fine. In terms of A, B, C, you have to tell me the slope. Even though we have discussed it twice. Once in the online class, again today. Is it A by B? Minus A by B. What is it? Minus A by B. Minus X coefficient by Y coefficient. All right? Minus A by B. Okay, now tell me. So first equation, what is the slope? M1 minus A by B. Okay, now tell me. Yes, Evelyn. What is the slope of the perpendicular line which I have written? Let me give a name for the equation. Let's say this is 2. B by A. Very good. Because it is minus B by minus A. So M2 is equal to minus of, what is the coefficient of X? B. Divided by, what is the coefficient here? Minus A. So what is it? B by A. So now, yes, Hemant. Can you tell me what is M1, M2? Yes. Why? Get up, Jay. What is M1 given? Minus A by B. What is M2? B by A. So when you multiply them, what do you get? Yes. So M1 is minus A by B. M2 is B by A. So when you multiply them, you get minus 1. Therefore, they both represent what lines, students? Lines which are perpendicular. So what is that I'm trying to convey? If the equation of a line is AX plus BY plus C equal to 0, what is the equation of the perpendicular line? I repeat, if the equation of the line is AX plus BY plus C equal to 0, what is the equation of the perpendicular line? Bx minus Ay plus some constant is equal to 0. So quickly you can get the answers. Next, if a straight line is of the form Ax plus By plus C equal to 0, what is the equation of the parallel line? Ax plus By plus some other constant equal to 0. Very good. Please take this down, students. All right, students. Now, if you see, we have just derived it. So, what is normal form of a straight line? X cos alpha plus y sin alpha is equal to b. What is alpha? Angle the line, not the line, perpendicular makes with x-axis. You remember the diagram? What is alpha? The angle the perpendicular from the origin makes with x-axis. And what is p? Perpendicular distance from the origin to that straight line is what? P. Then what is the equation of the line? X cos alpha plus y sin alpha is equal to P. I hope you remember we derived from what? Intercept form. P is the perpendicular distance of the line from the origin. P is the perpendicular distance of the line from the origin. Okay. And what is alpha? Yeah, the perpendicular line, which is from the origin, that line makes an angle alpha with x-axis. This is your x-axis, this is your y-axis. The line. Now I'm drawing a perpendicular from the x-axis, from the origin. This distance is P. This angle is alpha. Then the equation of this line is x cos alpha y sin alpha is equal to P. Clear, students? Okay, now let's move on. Again, we had seen angle between two lines is given to be what? Tan inverse of m1 minus m2 by 1 plus m1 m2. That's again something which we have discussed. It comes from which formula, students? Which formula? Tan of x minus y. Tan x minus tan y by 1 plus tan x tan y. Using that, we have derived this. Okay. Now, what are the corollaries? If two lines are parallel, then their slopes are what? Equal. M1 equals M2. If two lines are what? Perpendicular, then their slopes are product of the slopes is what? Minus 1. Tan theta is infinity, or I can say cot theta is what? 0. Right? Very, very important. We move on. Have you noted down in the sheets? Then get the sheets. Okay, guys, now we move on to the next one. Okay, this is what I was telling you, which will help you in your competitive exam. So, two lines given by the equations A1 x plus B1 y plus C1 equal to 0 and A2 x plus B2 y plus C2 is equal to 0 are. They're parallel if their slopes are equal, right? What are the slopes? Minus a1 by b1 will be equal to what? Minus a2 by b2. Minus and minus can be cancelled. So you'll get what? a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2. Similarly, the two lines, immediately the moment you see them, you can find out that they are perpendicular. If a1, a2 plus b1, b2 is 0. I'll just tell you how you get this. Students, now tell me, what is the slope of the first line? Minus a1 by b1. What is the slope of the second line? a2 by b2. And if they are parallel, what do we know? Slopes are equal. So m1 will be equal to m2, which means minus a1 by b1 will be equal to minus a2 by b2. Minus can be cancelled. So we get a1 by b1 is equal to a2 by b2. I can bring a's to one side and b's to the other side. So I'll get a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2. That's when the two lines are parallel, they have equal slopes. Second case, when the two lines are perpendicular, then product of slopes will be minus 1. We know that m1 into m2 will be what? Minus 1. What is m1? Come on, tell me. Minus a1 by b1. What is m2? Minus a2 by b2. Minus into minus cancels, plus. So you will get a1, a2 divided by b1, b2 is equal to minus 1. Now take this b1, b2 to the other side. So you will get a1, a2 is equal to minus b1, b2. So when you bring it to the side, a1, a2 plus b1, b2 is equal to 0. This is the condition for two given lines to be perpendicular. So please check this, students. a1, a2 plus b1, b2, if it is equal to 0, then the two lines are what? Perpendicular. These all will help you in your questions. I think with that, most of theory is complete. This one more is the distance of a point from a straight line and distance between two parallel lines. We'll just cover that. And with that, the theory on this chapter will be complete. Okay. So let me do that for you now. Distance of a point, let's say x1, y1, from a straight line, ax plus by plus c equal to 0. Let's say I have a straight line. Let's say there is a point. This point is x1, y1. The straight line's equation is ax plus by plus c equal to 0. The perpendicular distance between the two is given by d is equal to a into x1 plus b into y1 plus c divided by square root of a square plus square. Because distance is a positive quantity, there is a possibility that the numerator could be negative. So you must make it positive by taking modulus. Denominator will not be negative. Why? Square root of a number can never be negative. Can never be a negative real number, right? The proof of this is provided in your NCERT textbook. We are not going to discuss the proof at this point. Please go through the proof in your text. If you need further explanation, I will be available to do that. Distance is possible. That the factor ax1 plus by1 plus c can take a negative value. Okay. Now, last concept in this chapter. All right. We have two lines which are parallel. The two equations are given as shown. The way I have written the two equations, is it correct? Do they represent parallel lines? Yes. How do you say that? How do you say that? Because they have the same slopes. What is the slope of the first line? Minus a by b. What is the slope of the second line? Minus a by b. They only differ in the constant, right? So now the distance between the two lines, small d is equal to C1 minus C2 divided by square root of a square plus b square. Once again, this factor C1 minus C2 may be positive or negative. Because distance is positive, we take a modulus there. Therefore, the distance between the two parallel lines is modulus of C1 minus C2 by root of a square plus b square. Is that clear, students? Any doubts? Okay. With that, we conclude the theory on this chapter. And the questions on this chapter, please do try them. In our next class, we will be discussing these questions. Okay.